Hello there, running ears. It's Manny, and I am actually at Universal Orlando. I came over to spend a few days here before I go back to Disney, not to run again, but I'm going to be there for Animal Kingdom's 25th anniversary, watch a flock of seagulls, and then I finally get to go home. But guys, I wanted to go over what had just happened. Springtime Surprise just finished, and guys, it was just an amazing time. Guys, I met so many of you guys. I re-met some of you guys, so some of you guys who I had met before. I saw you guys again, so I wanted to go over what happened, go over the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. I didn't see anything ugly. As a matter of fact, I think it was pretty well run overall. But before we do, guys, subscribe to the channel, guys. We're getting closer and closer to 700. I really want to get to 1,000 by November, so I can run live and I can stream live parts of the run, so you guys can see what's going on, especially if you can't be there. So, guys, subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get to what happened. So, guys, we'll start with the expo. I got into the expo pretty quickly. It didn't seem like stuff was selling out. As a matter of fact, from what I saw, gosh, it was midday, roughly, a little bit midway through the expo, that they closed the virtual queue and they just let anybody in. So I was able to walk in there, just check out stuff. There was a couple of things that were sold out, but on the most part, it seemed like everything was available. So I'll ask you guys, did you guys get to buy what you wanted to? If not, what was missing? And we'll go on to, actually, I should say, the cool part was the characters, and we had Bullseye and we had George from Monsters Inc. I thought that was incredible because those are rare characters. We also had Woody that would come in, but there was so many incredible pictures that you could take. As a matter of fact, I put most of those on Facebook. So if you go to our Facebook page, Run in Ears, you can actually see them. But I thought that was amazing. That was great. That's part of Run Disney, because you sit there going like, man, these are rare characters, and people get jealous. They go like, man, I've never seen that character. I've never seen that character. Well, it was a Run Disney event, and so that's the way people get excited about Run Disney. But again, I thought the expo was great. I got to hang out with I met Jonathan Siebert. Jonathan Siebert is one of the running community's new members, and he's been an annual pass holder, and he has a story behind him. If you guys don't know him, I'll let you find him and see him. But this guy is just amazing. Jonathan says he watches the channel every once in a while. If you're watching this channel, I thought it was one of the biggest pleasures to meet you, because I can actually sense the positivity like coming back at me. Like around you, everything just seems so darn positive. It was so amazing to meet you, and if you guys ever get a chance to meet Jonathan, please do. He's an amazing young guy. Just a pleasure to be around. So with that said, let's move on to the 5K. So the 5K to me was pretty cool because, again, it carried on with the rare characters. So we saw Slim from Bug's Life. So it kind of freaked people out. A couple people actually on my regular page, regular Facebook page, said, "Oh, that freaked me out. I thought it was something. I thought it was like a Martian or something like that." And so, but us Disney fans are sitting there going like, "Yes, we got a rare character and stuff." I think I was like a lot of you guys. I was sitting there going like, "Yes." I don't know his name, but he is fantastic. I'm going to take a picture with him. And so we got to take a picture with him. But one of the things that really impressed me with the 5K is how many young people were out there running it. And I just found this out, was a lot of you young people watch this channel. If you're watching right now, I'm talking to you. You are amazing. You are awesome. Welcome to the Run Disney community. If this is your first time, if you've done it, man, you know how much we care about you, how much that we love you guys being there. It's amazing to see you guys. You guys are an inspiration. So keep up the awesome and the magical work. I hope that you continue going on. I hope your parents have instilled something in you so that you continue going on. Grow up, be happy, be healthy, and continue what you're doing. Another cool thing that we got to see at the 5K was John Pelkey, one of the the announcers who ran the 5K with Jeff Galloway. I don't know if he ran it all because they were in front of me, but that was really really cool. And actually, when he was being interviewed, you almost sensed that he was so nervous, but he did it. He went out there and he did it. It was amazing to see them because I know Carissa has done them. Now see if we can get Riley, and I believe Tracy used to run them anyway. So, but what's it called? Now we can get Riley to run with us. That would be fantastic. But that was another amazing thing that I thought was really really cool. I like the fact that they are out there with us. It's a totally different thing when you're announcing and then all of a sudden you go and you do it. You get to see the perspective of what we see, and I think that was amazing. Hats off to you, John, and hope to see you on the course again. So let's go to the 10K. The 10K, we started with the Balloon Ladies, and if you watch the video, it was myself, and I want to really, really give a deep thank you and shout out to the people that ran with me, which was, I'll call them Princess Ashley and King Eric. And I thought it was a lot of fun. That adds to the funness of doing these runs. So we're running with somebody. And what we got to see the perspective, or they got to see the perspective, is the encouragement, the course encouragement, which I'll get to in a little bit. But to piggyback on the story, we started moving forward and forward. And then all of a sudden, about a mile and a half in, we actually saw somebody who was struggling with the 10K. You could see it in their face. We started chit-chatting with them. Then they asked, can they run with us? And our answer was obviously yes, you can run with us. So we ran with this person, ended up being a cast member. And you know that I love cast members, so this was amazing. This was so cool that the cast member joined us. It became more and more fun. This is what the Run Disney community is about, helping people, and I'll get to that in a bit too. But I thought that was amazing. I started seeing more and more people helping each other out. Now, one of the things that I saw at the 10K, because we really stayed behind because some of the group members were a little slower and stuff, so we were right in front of the Balloon Ladies. And that's when it is a little bit harder, and I understand that because it gets a little bit more congested. The people that are struggling a little bit, who just power walk, so they're all there. But we got to take into consideration that there's a lot of people coming up from the north, and they're still in cold weather. All of a sudden they come to this, and so this is what they got to deal with. So they slow down, and so that affects their timing. So, but overall, I thought it was great. Loved again the characters on the course. We finished the 10K. You can see the video; it's up already. And let's go to the 10 miler. So the 10 miler I love because we get to run inside of Hollywood Studios. And if you noticed, all the other runs, whenever we do run, we just kind of touch it and we're out. And this time we actually got to run inside of Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land, Caution Runners, and actually that's another thing that I'll get to. No more Caution Runners, it's Caution Athletes. But it is a lot of fun to run back there. A lot of it after that became road miles. But that's when I personally started catching up to the runners with disability, athletes with disability. And I'm going to say this, guys, athletes with disabilities are amazing. And the reason I say that is because when you see these people and you actually get to catch up to them and you get to see what they're going through, you got to remember they are struggling, but they're persevering. And that's the key thing. When you see people in life right now, and I know I have people around me who just say, no, I can't do, no, I can't, no, I can't. And these people are doing it, and they're not supposed to be doing it. And so I know that a couple of you reached out to me. You said you've seen the channel. So I want to reach out to you back and say, not only are you amazing, you're an inspiration. You inspire me to keep going too, to keep this channel growing and to keep the positivity going. But guys, I got to meet a lot of you guys. I got to, hang around with the athletes with disability. And I'm going to say this, they have more ability than a lot of people. And I love being around them because of that energy that they bring back to you. We actually, and I'm going to go back to the 5K, we passed up a young gentleman with who had is in a wheelchair, an athlete with disability, and we started giving him the thumbs up, and his smile, it was so, I mean, it just brightened up our days. Then he signed language thank you to you, so we did standing ovation to him. It was a lot of fun, guys. So when I crossed the line for the 10 miler, I had crossed 791.3 miles run. Somebody asked, and that was actually funny because they said, what does that mean? And I said, well, first of all, I spend a lot of money at Disney, and I spend a lot of time at Disney. And this is going on since 2008, which was my first run, and a live run. So these are all live runs. But then I did the math, and I said, that's equivalent to 30 marathons or 60 half marathons. So I thought, okay, cool. So might do something with that, with the mileage. And so looked for further videos to see if I'm going to develop that, because I think there's a club that we could do, to make up. And I think Run Disney might piggyback on this one and allow us to do this, because I think, again, the magical miles that we get to run. So without further ado, let's go to what was good about it, what was bad about it, and what was ugly. So first off, nothing ugly. I really was impressed overall with everything that happened. So I thought everything was great. Now, the only thing that I thought was bad was the weather, and we cannot change the weather, and we cannot control the weather, guys. So guys, I keep trying to think of answers, and Coach Nick has come on board to kind of help out with that. And so we'll continue to work on stuff like that. We'll continue to reach out to some of you guys who are up north to see if there's any way that we can help you guys just acclimate. I've been doing this for so long that I can acclimate. Coach Nick lives here, so he can acclimate. But guys, it becomes a little bit more difficult when you're always up north in the colder weather, especially when you're training for that. And then once you get to the January, February, and April runs over here, it's a lot harder to do that. So that was the only thing that I could consider ugly, bad. I'm sorry, not ugly, but bad. The only other thing I thought of was running etiquette was not perfect, but in my opinion, it was better. It was a lot better. And I just talked about the 10-miler, 10K. We were in the back, so people were walking, and so it was a little bit harder to get through. But guys, with the 10-miler, I was a little bit further ahead, and there was times, and guys, you can see this because I have it on video. There's a big group, probably about, in this camera, about this far, that are walking, and then this group, they allow this lane or two for runners, and that's props to you guys. I saw more and more people. Now the hand is, we still need to work on that, but they would at least run to where there was a clearing, look over their shoulders, and stop there. So, and I was very appreciative of the runners that were doing that, because they were signaling to me. Again, this is like a highway. Life is a highway, right? And so when you're going to make a turn, or you're going to slow down or whatever, there's brake lights, there's signal turns and stuff. This is the way we signal each other. And I thought, again, this was it was a lot better than I've seen it in a long time. Maybe it was just me, but guys, was your experience different? Did you experience anything bad? Just let us know. Or anything great, let us know. And let's continue going on. So I want to start something, and I'm going to make it into 3 things, and I'm going to start using this for all the runs. Number 1 is thank the volunteers. Guys, if you noticed in all my videos, and I videotaped on purpose a little bit longer, when I would go by and I would try to thank every volunteer individually, or at least in small groups. Guys, these people are up at midnight. They're there at midnight. They're getting trained. They're getting sent out to their area. They're out there for hours before we even get there. They're there giving out our medals, or they're giving out our bottled water. They're giving out a bottled Gatorade. They're giving out the challenge medals, the food packages that you get afterward. They're there all the time. And all they get in return is a half-day ticket. So that's one of the things that I do think Disney has to turn back to, is give them a full day ticket. That's my opinion, that they should give them a full day ticket for what they do, because they're out there. And remember, there's people that are running by, they get water spilled on them, they're hot, they're cold, when it gets windy. So they're out there, they're volunteering, and so I am going to start that. Number 1 is going to be thank your volunteers. Number 2, thank your cast members. your cast members are amazing. They're the ones, they are your course cheerleaders. There's a lot of people that cannot be out there for logistical reasons, but you notice that there's a lot of cast members, especially in the parks early on, and they're the ones cheering us on. They're the ones picking up the trash. They're the ones making sure that we're right on course. So, guys, these cast members are amazing, and I was just told, which is, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of them are third shifts, and they go into the first shift too. So, in other words, they get there about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and they're working all the way until we finish, later on. So they have a long shift, and they do a fantastic job. They're out to help us out. Again, they're the ones, guys. If you went into World Showcase, you saw a lot of people that were that were working in Epcot, and they were representing their country with their flag, and they were screaming and yelling at us. They were just so excited to see us and stuff. These are the cast members, and thank them for what they do. And I'm going to actually add this to them, add to the cast members, is our bus drivers. We know how bad they have been in the past, and or they could be bad. And I think, and again, unless you guys have experienced something else, they've been amazing. They've been actually more positive. They're great to see you. Have a good run. Welcome back. How did you do and stuff. And it it's little by little I've been noticing, going like, wow, that's a cool change. And remember, this is Mears and Academy. Those are the bus lines that are helping out Disney, but they've gotten a lot better. Guys, what has been your experience? Have you had the same positive experience I have? Well, the last group of cast members I want to thank is those cast members who actually, when we start, they clean up the course. And with that said, also I wanted to thank the MCs, the people that are out there and that are basically keeping us entertained as we're going. They're cheering us on. So you got John Pelkey, who ran, Carissa Galloway, who sometimes runs and has done a good job, Riley Claremont, who I've gotten to know, and he's just a fantastic person. He's always there to listen to your stories, always there to encourage you. He is amazing. And then Tracy Wu, who she was a runner, and now she's out there announcing, and she's done a fantastic job. So I just wanted to say, give them a shout out, say thank you to you guys too, because overall, cast members are fantastic. And number 3, I wanted just to say that I was so highly impressed with the course encouragers, and that's us, that's you. You guys, it was just fantastic to see that over and over and over. And it does not go unrealized. I saw the post on social media. I actually got to talk to a couple people. One of them was basically talking to Riley Claremont, and he was telling him how people were encouraging him when he was slowing down and when he was having a hard time and stuff. That's you guys. You guys are doing this, and you guys are understanding what Run Disney is about. And somebody said it perfectly. We just had Boston Marathon. Boston Marathon is very competitive. So a lot of it is, hey, they're struggling, but I'm going to run by them. Run Disney is like, man, okay, you're struggling, I'm going to keep you with me, and I'm going to help you out, because we know what it's about. And so that's what the Run Disney community has become. And guys, it's because of you guys, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart that you guys are starting to see what I've been seeing for years, and are becoming this big family. And again, we don't leave anybody behind. We try to help everybody that we can. We're not 100% perfect, but we do our best with what we got. But guys, do you have anything to add to that? And before I leave, I wanted to say a quick shout out to the Puppet Runner, because as we were coming in, talk about course encouragement, it was pre-course encouragement. As we were coming in, he was there, and he was talking to everybody with his puppet, and I got to see him and talk to him twice, and he was just there, and he was so positive, just wanting to help people out who are going out there. You got this and stuff like that. So guys, if you haven't had a chance to talk to him, to talk to Jonathan Siebert, to talk to Riley Claremont, to talk to these people, you're gonna notice that the athletes with disability, these people are so awesome. The positivity just comes from them, and it's just amazing being with them. And that's the last thing I'm going to say, is they changed everything to athletes with disabilities. I think that is a great idea. I think it's amazing, because they are athletes. They may not be running, but they're athletes, and they're out there. They're doing stuff. So props. I give so much credit to Run Disney for doing this, to making this change, for seeing this and having the foresight to change this and be inclusive when it comes to this. Guys, thank you very much. Like I said, it made my heart sing so much seeing you guys, learning that a lot of you young people are watching the channel. We love you guys. We love seeing you guys on the course. Athletes with disabilities, we love you guys. We love seeing you guys on the course. Puppet runner, running captain Jack Sparrow, got to hang out with running with makeup, Kristen. So all these people are fantastic. They're awesome. This is why I do Run Disney, because it keeps growing and growing. But guys, I'm gonna let it go right here. And guys, comment down below. Again, keep this channel growing. This is your channel, so I want to continue growing it. So, and that's going to be my objective during the summer. I'm going to have a couple of things that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to, we have more registrations coming up. Summer series is coming up. It was just announced today. Cool medals, by the way, if you haven't seen them. But guys, we're going to continue growing this channel, make it a positive thing. But guys, without further ado, I'm going to say, create a magical day, create a magical run, and guys, see you sooner than later.